What began as a simple hike to the rugged cliffs of Nevada turned into a discovery that would leave even seasoned scientists speechless. Deep in the heart of an untouched canyon, two hikers stumbled upon a horse unlike any seen before, not just big, but massive, standing nearly twice the height of ordinary wild Mustangs. And when a veterinarian arrived to examine the animal, what he found inside her body shattered everything they thought they knew about nature, genetics, and evolution itself. It was a crisp October morning when Alex and Mia Carter set out on their usual adventure, a quiet trek through the remote canyons near Red Rock Ridge. Nestled far from the tourist trails, this area was known for its towering sandstone walls and hidden springs, a place where time seemed to stand still. Alex, a retired geologist with a passion for rock formations, had been documenting rare mineral patterns for a research paper. His wife, Mia, a wildlife photographer with over 20 years of experience, hoped to capture images of the elusive desert bighorn sheep rumored to roam these parts. They moved slowly through the winding paths, the golden light casting long shadows across the red earth. It was peaceful until Mia suddenly stopped mid-step, her camera halfway to her face. "Alex," she whispered, eyes wide. He followed her gaze, squinting into the distance. There, grazing peacefully in a small clearing about 200 yards away, stood a horse. But this wasn't just any horse. She was enormous, at least 18 hands high, maybe more. The mare moved with a grace that belied her size. Her coat shimmered in the early sunlight, a dapple gray that caught every glint like polished stone. She looked like a wild Mustang, but larger than anything either of them had ever seen. This isn't possible," Alex muttered, reaching for his binoculars. Through the lenses, the impossible became real. The mare's proportions were perfect, no signs of deformity or illness, just sheer, breathtaking size. Mia started snapping photos, her fingers trembling slightly. "Wild Mustangs don't get this big," she said softly. "This one could be mistaken for a Percheron, but look at her build. She's definitely a Mustang." As they watched, the mare turned toward them, slowly, deliberately, as if aware of their presence. Instead of fleeing, she simply stared back. Then something else caught Mia's eye. Her belly, it was unusually rounded. "She's pregnant," Mia murmured, adjusting her lens. "But even for a pregnant mare, this is off." Alex was already pulling out his satellite phone. "We need to call someone. The BLM, the vet school, someone needs to see this." The mare continued watching them, calm and unafraid. Her dark eyes held a kind of intelligence, almost knowing. Hours later, Dr. Nathan Green pulled up in a dusty four-wheel drive, his breath catching the moment he saw the mare. A veteran equine specialist with over 30 years of experience, he'd examined thousands of horses, but nothing prepared him for this. "Good Lord," he whispered, stepping out of the vehicle. Beside him, Dr. Lila Park adjusted her medical kit, equally stunned. "I've delivered foals from every breed imaginable," she said quietly, "but I've never seen anything like this." The mare allowed them to approach, showing none of the skittishness typical of wild horses. As Dr. Green ran his hands along her massive frame, his expression shifted from awe to confusion. "There's something wrong with the pregnancy," he said after a few moments. "Feel this?" Lila did, her eyes widening. "The positioning, it's all off. And the size." She quickly set up the portable ultrasound machine, her hand steady despite the rising tension. The screen flickered to life. And then came the impossible, for distinct heartbeats pulsed on the monitor. Dr. Green took a step back. "No way," he whispered. Lila scanned again. Same result. "Nathan, there are 4 fetuses," she said, voice barely above a whisper. In all his years, Dr. Green had only read about twin foals in wild horses. Quadruplets? That was unheard of. "This explains her size," he murmured, staring at the screen. "But how? How could a wild mare carry 4 foals a term?" The mare, whom they later named Grace, remained calm throughout the examination. Her behavior was strange for a wild horse in labor, but she seemed to trust them, allowing them to work around her without resistance. Soon, labor began. Within hours, Grace gave birth to the first foal, a healthy dapple gray filly, perfectly proportioned. Then another, a colt with darker markings. another filly, then finally a second colt, 4 healthy foals. Each one normal in size, but full of energy and intelligence beyond their age. Dr. Green and Dr. Park watched in stunned silence as the newborns struggled to their feet, nursing eagerly at their mother's side. "This changes everything," Lila whispered. 3 days after birth, the genetic results came in. Dr. Jennifer Hartley, head of equine genetics at UC Davis, called Dr. Green with news that left him speechless. "Mike, this mare carries DNA markers from horses that went extinct over 10,000 years ago," she said. "What?" he asked, gripping the phone tightly. "Her genetic code includes sequences from the original North American horses, the ones that lived alongside mammoths during the Ice Age." Dr. Green sat down hard. Modern Mustangs were descendants of Spanish horses brought to America in the 1500s. The ancient horses, larger, stronger, had vanished millennia ago. Yet somehow, Grace carried their genes. "How is this even possible?" he asked. "We're still analyzing," Jennifer replied. "But we believe environmental factors in this region may have triggered dormant genetic traits." Over the following weeks, researchers flooded the area. Paleogeneticists, geologists, behavioral scientists, all drawn by the miracle unfolding in the canyon. Dr. Elena Ramirez, a leading expert in ancient DNA, joined the team. "This mare isn't just carrying ancient genes," she explained. "She's exhibiting behaviors lost in modern horses, instincts tied directly to survival in harsh climates." The foals, now named Echo, Storm, Zephyr, and Ember, grew rapidly, displaying strength, agility, and intelligence far beyond ordinary foals. They navigated terrain with ease, predicted weather shifts, and communicated in subtle ways that baffled researchers. One researcher, Dr. Sarah Kim, noted, "They share information through cues we've never documented before. It's like they understand each other on a level we can't even begin to comprehend." Geological surveys revealed something unusual about the canyon: a convergence of mineral-rich water sources and unique electromagnetic fields. Dr. Ramirez theorized that these natural conditions might have awakened Grace's dormant genetic memory. "She's not just a fluke," she said. "She's a living bridge between past and present." 6 months passed. Grace and her 4 offspring thrived. The foals, now healthy juveniles, displayed growing leadership qualities. Echo led the group with confidence. Storm showed incredible speed. Zephyr possessed unmatched strength. Ember had an uncanny ability to sense danger. The canyon had become a protected research zone, yet Grace remained free, wild in spirit, but trusting of those who helped her. Then came the next revelation. Grace was pregnant again, this time by a wild stallion named Ranger, who had accepted her into his herd. Genetic testing confirmed that the new foal would likely inherit both her ancient traits and Ranger's modern adaptability. Dr. Green stood at the edge of the canyon one morning, watching Grace graze with her growing family. "She's teaching her young," he said to Lila, "and they're teaching others. This isn't just science anymore. It's evolution happening right in front of us." Years passed. Grace's legacy spread. Her offspring matured into strong, intelligent adults, each one passing on their extraordinary abilities to the next generation. Scientists continue to study them, learning how genetic memory can be preserved and reawakened across thousands of years. And though Grace has aged, she remains a matriarch of a new lineage, one that blends the best of ancient survival instincts with modern adaptability. Her story reminds us that nature holds secrets far deeper than we can imagine, that sometimes the impossible is simply nature revealing what we've forgotten, that evolution doesn't always move slowly, sometimes it leaps, and that even in the most remote corners of the world, miracles are waiting to be discovered. If this incredible journey amazed you, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, like this video. Share it with anyone who loves nature, science, and the mysteries of life. Drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about nature's ability to preserve genetic secrets across millennia. Your thoughts might inspire our next amazing story. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable adventure. Remember, nature's greatest lessons often come from the places we least expect. And sometimes the wildest truths are hiding in plain sight.